folks. Man, this road's bad. Anyway, I'm just looking at the weather and thinking how lucky we are to be snow-free. But boy, we might have a smoky summer if this keeps up. We got a long time yet to get some snow, and maybe it'll be a rainy spring, but I don't know, a little worrisome, but it's nice right now. For being actually just a few days away from December, it's pretty amazing. Today, much as I don't want to do it, going up the mountain, just me and the dogs today. Cindy didn't come. Cora didn't either. She went to stay with Cindy. But going up the mountain here to pull out my wolf traps. I don't think they're up there anymore. I think that other fella caught them all. But I did find some tracks that are pretty likely to be wolves in another spot. I need to talk to a neighbor and find out if maybe they were his hound dogs, though. The one friend I have that has hounds, he said they weren't his. He hadn't been up there yet this year with them. So, if they're not hound dogs, they gotta be wolves. They're big. Hounds have big feet, and these would be big for a hound, but kind of small on them for a wolf. So they could be either one, really. The other thing is that as of November 15th, I can use snares up here now. Snares are one of those things, though, especially with wolves, that you gotta be kind of careful with. If it's not cold, don't put them out, even if it's legal. They, unless you check them really often, because a wolf's hair is designed to hold body heat, and they will spoil pretty fast. A snare will, generally do them in, which is kind of nice. You don't have to shoot them or anything, but if you don't get there in time, they're going to be spoiled and they're no good. So, a lot of people, they don't care. They're just out to get rid of them, but not me. I want the hide and the skull and everything I can get from them, so I don't want them spoiled. I have to check them either more often or keep an eye on the temperatures. If it's too warm, I won't put them out. Lots of rabbit tracks, lots of fox and coyote tracks, quite a few mountain lion tracks, surprisingly enough. But I haven't seen a wolf track now in a couple of weeks. Almost, more like 3 weeks probably. So, time to move on to a new spot, I believe. Well, here we are. Looking around, I don't see anything jumping around in any of my traps just right offhand. My cows here really don't look like anything much has been here. Birds. And lots of bird tracks. Looking around, here's some small, probably fox tracks. I don't see much in the way of dog type tracks of any kind, let alone wolves. My own tracks here from before. So, I really truly hate to do it, but pulling them out. See if they would have snapped or not. Yeah. Man, I hate pulling traps. It's really kind of a kind of a depressing deal. You spent all that time and effort to put them in here, and I had high hopes for this spot. When I put the traps out here, I found wolf tracks that day, so I was sure they were going to come back, and I think they would have too if that other fella hadn't have nabbed them first. Them's the breaks. Got me. Well, those two would have worked. You know, even though this is kind of discouraging, I can't complain. I've had an amazing season. I've never caught 4 in one season before. And it seems kind of strange. Here I'm I'm very happy I did, but they all came pretty quick. If they'd been strung out a little bit more, it almost would have been better because it'd be more of a challenge. But man, I'm sure not complaining. Pretty doggone exciting. Well, that one would not have gone off. Unless I'm not stepping in the right spot. Nope, it's frozen. Well, that makes one even with the wax dirt. Let's see. That's not what you want, but at least nothing stepped in it and got away. So even though you don't want your traps frozen down, it's kind of one of the things that I like about this. It's part of the challenge. You have to not only figure out where these critters are and put your traps out where they're going to be and fool them into stepping in them, but you have to, it's a challenge just to keep them working. So, I don't know, it'd be nice if they worked all the time, but that's all part of it, and kind of one of the things I like. So, let's see about this one. This is the one that I ended up with the fox in last time, well, a couple times back. And by golly, it's frozen too. That's not good. Shouldn't be that way. I'm surprised. It's been cold the last few nights though. Today was 4 degrees. Even so, man, there's nothing worse than coming to your traps and finding that they're got tracks in them and they're not sprung. That's 2 out of, I don't know how many I got here, but I have to count. But 2 of them that wouldn't have worked anyway. That one works. I half expect this one to not work, but we'll see here. Oh yeah, it works. That one was kind of in a spot where the sun hit it too much, and I thought it would melt enough moisture of the snow to freeze it up, but nope, it worked just fine. I put it here because these two trees, when I brought them up the first time, had wolf tracks going right in between them. Now, figured they went there once. Maybe I can fool them into doing it again. Well, so far, just two that didn't work. And the last one for this spot. This one's in the sun. It should work. And it did. Well, discouraging, tell you what. But out of 8 traps in this spot, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, yeah, 8 traps in this spot. Only 2 didn't work, which really isn't that bad of odds, but it's still too much. I don't want any that don't work. I want them all to fire. So, gotta either use a little more wax sand next time or add a little bit of ice melter type stuff, like sidewalk melter or something like that. A friend of mine used salt, but salt can attract other animals like deer and things, so you don't really want to use that. That calcium chloride, that's probably the best. I don't think it's got any odor. They sell it at the trap and supply houses. And I have used sidewalk ice melter before, but I'm not sure what all's in that. I don't know if they can smell that or not. Never had much luck with it anyway. 2 more traps to go. And my last 2 traps are both empty too. Dang it anyhow. That one works. And that one's froze down. So that makes 3 out of 10. That's not very good. I mean, it's not that bad at odds, but that's more than I like. Yes, there's the trigger dog right there. That trap is sprung, but it's frozen. Not good. Not good at all. Actually, now that I think about it, I pulled 3 traps out with Cindy the other day, and all 3 of those sprung just fine. So that's 2 traps out of 13, which I guess really isn't that bad at odds, but I'd rather 100% of them sprung. This beaver, I'm just going to yank him out and take him someplace else, but kind of looks to me like they've eaten quite a bit of him. So I'll pull these sticks out of their way and let them have at it. Got a couple of friends that want those beaver skulls and things, and I didn't, I forgot to take that off for them. It's froze to the ground now, so I guess if they don't drag it off, I'll get it for them later, but I'll get some more. I'll have to try to remember to save them for them. Anyway, I'll collect these and put them back in the truck, and go on from there. So see you next time, folks, and thank you very much for watching. I got a few ideas of where to go next, but gotta do a little thinking on this too. Well, I'm not done, not by a long shot. See you later.